are you?
Shitty, what are you up to?
I was wondering if my brother had a joint paper.
Well, I don't care what you use the paper for, I'll give it to you.
Oh, well, tobacco paper works.
That's all I got. No zigzags. I got the cheap
Wonderful. I thought I'd
knockoff
ask
bugler
you because
paper.
you seem like the type of guy that might have something that I'm looking for.
Well, I roll my cigarettes
Yeah.
into new cigarettes, so I go around most nights and pick up cigarette butts and roll them into tobaccos.
You ever heard about that sickness from the wet cigarettes? You ever heard? You gotta be careful. Then tobacco paper, the cigarette gets wet, the tobacco itself, the leaf, and then you smoke it, and you're getting all that stuff in your chest and stuff, but I don't know, like if you wait, 24 hours without tobacco, you don't need it. Your body just craves it, right? So it's like, I'm all right. I can detox for a little bit. That stuff you can't detox because you're all sick and cruddy, but you know what?
No, I'm good.
Some sativa. Oh, thanks, brother. Take care.
Yes, sir. Looking at the bright side, well, two bright sides here. Number one is recording. That was not what I expected when I started the video. He's gonna go off the property, which is nice. I just look the type, I guess, right? Yep, I get it. Every hobo must be a user. When it comes to pot, yeah, once in a while. But no, not really. I mean, it doesn't help me, if that makes sense. Some people it does. I've seen people that, marijuana is a miracle worker, but it's not that for me. Doesn't do me any good. So what's the purpose in smoking something that doesn't do you any good? What's the purpose of eating the edibles if it doesn't do you any good? And as far as all other drugs go, why? There's some medications I can understand why you'd use them, but not the stuff out here. I got footage of a lady literally squatting down next to my vehicle and smoking one of them blue pills in this very park. I was in this very parking spot. Might have been, 2.5 weeks ago. And there was a hole in her piece of aluminum foil, and everything fell through. And it was all over the cracks there. So now there's blue pill that she dug out of the cracks. Meanwhile, I got to deal with being exploited. Taking advantage of somebody who's disabled isn't okay. And forcing a disabled person to jump through all these hoops to make a police report, that's not okay. Nobody should have to go through this bullshit to make a police report. It's because of my disabilities and because of the assumptions of homelessness that I've been abused by police so often and for so long. When they're allowed to slander you in court, lie and misrepresent the situation, and then you're expected to do all these expensive things without the money to do it. That's not okay. When police are allowed to repeatedly press false charges on you so that you can't turn them in, that's not okay. When police bully you for trying to turn in crimes against you, that's not okay. So what are we going to do now? We're going to call back to 11. This is stupid.
Thank you for calling 211. To continue in English, please press 1. Para continuar en please enter the 5-digit zip code where you are currently located. If you do not know,
Press the
for
pound.
information on COVID-19,
This one,
the
press
flu,
pound on as well.
RSV, please hold for the next available specialist. 211 Info strives to improve our services through community feedback. We would like to ask you a short 5-question survey
No.
after you have finished speaking with our
1 for
staff.
yes, 2 for no.
Would you be willing to receive a quick automated call
I'll be
from
pressing
211
2.
Info after this call? Please press 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Thank you for calling 211. How can I help you?
My name is Sean Schwartz. I'm a disabled person, and I've been abused for the last 7 years straight. I'm having to deal with bias against the homeless. Instead of people listening to what's going on and looking at evidence, in the last 7 years, not one of the so-called professionals that I've been sent to has looked at any of the evidence, requisitioned any of the evidence, done anything to help me. They just send me around in circles.
Can I get the zip code that you're calling from?
I'm calling from Tillamook, but the problem here is that I've been to the services in Tillamook. They're taking advantage of the homeless and financially exploiting them, and the disabled and elderly. I mean, there's a lot of us out here, and they're using the guise of mental illness in order to justify ignoring us. This is not okay. We are being harmed greatly. I mean, physically, psychologically, sexually exploited, and this is not okay. And in some of these cases here in Tillamook, it's police officers who are committing these crimes.
Okay, so we are just a resource center only. What kind of resources can I provide you with?
You're also mandated reporters. You're also mandated reporters. You're also mandated reporters.
And can I get your age?
I'm 42.
42, okay. So we are mandated reporters for child abuse and elderly abuse. I can give you the phone number for ADRC, that's Aging and Disability Resource Connection.
Ma'am?
And they are...
Ma'am, it's also for the disabled, and I have gone to the disability places. They're exploiting me. That's the problem. They're not providing me
Okay.
any sort of resources that are helping me whatsoever in any of the abuse that I'm taking. Somebody talking
Okay,
over
so
me
you
the
want
entire
me to
time I'm there is
report
not.
it for you?
Do what?
You want me to do the reporting for you then?
Ma'am, there's a lot to say. There's a lot of psychological games that they're playing with me. I'm getting gaslighted by the police and also by the Senior and Disability Services and TFCC. They all three work closely together, and it's not the same as in a big city and having a family member to go in with you. I'm being exploited
Okay,
because
so
I'm
would you like
disabled
for
and
me
don't
to
have a
give you
family
a
member.
case manager number? Because I can only provide you with resources. So if you don't want me to call Senior and Disability in your behalf, then what kind of resources can I provide for you?
The problem is, ma'am, that I have to go over their heads and I'm not capable. I can't take care of myself. I'm being exploited out of everything. I'm
Okay, so
not
what
capable
can
of
I
taking
help you
care of
with? I can
myself.
only provide you resources. That's what I'm saying.
And that's what Tillamook Family Counseling Center says. And that's what the Northwest Senior and Disabilities says. They just keep sending me around in circles, referral after referral after referral. Nothing ever gets done. When a crime is committed against me, I'm supposed to get a hold of a friend or family member and we're supposed to turn it in right away so that I'm not blown off.
Okay.
I am
Do you
blown
want me
off
to
by
give you
police.
legal aid?
Ma'am, I'm trying to tell you about the crimes being committed against me and the exploitation that I'm taking.
I understand that, but my job is only to provide resources. So, would you like for me to provide you with legal aid services? You can
Ma'am,
tell them
you
everything that
provide me with a
that
phone
they can.
number of places that provide me more phone numbers who provide me more phone numbers. All right, I can't take care of myself and I am overwhelmed with phone numbers. I can't
Okay.
function because of abuse and because of this systemic abuse. Being sent around in circles like this is inhumane. It's
Would you like for me
inhumane.
to connect you with a talk line?
Oh my fucking God.
Hello?
I'm still here.
Okay.
It's not okay to abuse somebody into homelessness. It's not okay to take advantage of at-risk adults. It's not okay to abuse the disabled. And it's not okay to make us go back to our predators to ask them to do their jobs, please, after they've committed felonies. Northwest Senior and Disability Services and Tillamook Family Counseling Center are taking advantage of at-risk and disabled adults for financial gain. I can't defend myself against that. I can't protect myself against that. I also can't protect myself from retaliation by these agencies, including a whole bunch of accidental hangups, where they're supposed to transfer me to somewhere else and accidentally hang up, or they send me back to a place that refuses to do their job, and I'm bullied there for trying to turn them in. Why is this okay? It's illegal, so why is it still happening?
I am not sure, sir. What would you like for me to provide you with?
I hung up that time. How do I report mandated reporters in Oregon?
According to Oregon.gov, call the abuse hotline at 855-503-SAFE to make a report. The hotline is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Alright, let's see if this works. I have to write the number down. Don't look at me. I'm not pretty this morning. I ain't painted on my face yet. Seven, 2, 3, 3. Oh. They can't send me to an agency that I'm trying to turn in. When it comes to my safety, I'm going to get blown off by the cops every fucking time. They don't give two shits. Seven, 2, 3, 3. It's Jeff Linneman. He's in charge of all 4 of these counties I gotta turn in. Fuck.
You have reached Oregon's Abuse Reporting Safe Line for children and adults. Para escuchar este mensaje en español, oprima el 8. If this is an emergency requiring immediate attention, hang up and dial 911. If you're calling to report abuse of a child or for other child welfare information, press 1. If you're calling to report abuse or neglect for an adult or for other adult-related matters, press 2. If you are calling to report abuse of an adult residing in a stabilization and crisis unit home or the Oregon State Hospital, press 1. If the adult is over the age of 65 or has a physical disability, press 2. If the adult has a developmental disability, enter the Oregon zip code where the adult resides. If you do not have that information, please enter your Oregon zip code so that we route your call to the local resource who can help you.
Um,
You've reached Jeff Linneman of the Office of Training, Investigations, and Safety and the Oregon Safe Line. If this is an emergency, hang up and dial 911. If you have reached this recording, I am either away from my desk or on another line. Please leave a message and I will call you back as soon as possible. Thank you. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Jeff, this is Sean Schwartz. It sucks that I'm forced to turn you into yourself. I've been abused in Multnomah County, in Clatsop County, Hood River County, and Tillamook County, and you happen to be in charge of 3 of those 4 counties as far as being the person I got to turn this into. But that's a little bit difficult being as you've done nothing but exploit my disabilities just like everyone else. My disabilities are documented. I am physically disabled, and it is not okay to try to have me rubber stamped. I already have diagnoses. Systemic abuse elsewhere resulted in me being here. I need help turning this stuff in, not help getting abused. Like I need absolutely zero help being abused. I have to deal with homophobic crap. I have to deal with threats against my life. I have to deal with systemic abuse. And guess what? The police chief I was telling you about, and their officers, they're in a load of crap right now. But you didn't want to listen. I've been harmed so much in the last year since the first time that I called you guys. Because all you do is send me around in mental health circles. You take advantage of the disabled. You take advantage of at-risk adults. This is systemic abuse, and it is pathetic that I cannot take care of myself, and you guys are taking advantage of me for that. I cannot protect myself, and I have hundreds and hundreds of recordings. Hundreds of them. To be sent in circles. This is not okay. When crimes are committed against an at-risk adult, they are supposed to be turned in and investigated immediately. Instead, I get talked over. This is not okay. I have a communication difficulty. Taking advantage of that is not acceptable. That is taking advantage of an at-risk adult.
If you're satisfied with the message, press 1. To listen to your message, press 2. To send your message with normal delivery, press 1. To send your message with urgent delivery, press 2. Thank you. Your message has been sent.
Fuck off. These people expect me to fucking kiss their asses. They spend an awful lot of money fucking exploiting me. They spend an awful lot of time sending me to cops who aren't going to do their jobs. They're not going to fucking investigate any crimes that are committed against me because they're not going to investigate themselves. And they have broken the law every time that I've gone to them with crimes committed against me. They refuse to look at any of the evidence of abuse. No matter where I go, they refuse to look at the fucking evidence. I take it in person, because that's the only way I can fucking show them with the lack of resources that I have. The lack of resources that I have is because of being exploited. When crimes are committed against me, I cannot trust the police to do their fucking jobs. I cannot trust any service to do their jobs for me because I am at risk and homeless. I'm also a male. There ain't shit for me. Empty fucking promises. You know why none of these people take it fucking seriously? Because none of you take it seriously. So they're real fucking liberal about blowing us off and ignoring what we're actually able to do. Okay, we're disabled. Do they wonder what our disabilities are before they start sending us on wild goose chases or talking over us? And I've showed you time and again, they're not going to take it seriously. And yeah, it's real fucking complicated now. But they don't care. They're just going to fucking talk over me. No matter what. Northwest Senior and Disability Services refuses to do their job.
Thank you for calling 211. To continue in English, please press 1. Para continuar en español, please enter the 5-digit zip code where you are currently located. If you do not know that zip code, please press the pound or hash sign. For information on COVID-19, the flu, RSV, or Mpox, please press 0. If you would like housing information regarding services such as please hold for the next available specialist. 211 Info strives to improve our services through community feedback. We would like to ask you a short 5-question survey after you have finished speaking with our staff. Would you be willing to receive a quick automated call from 211
Two for
Info
now.
after this call?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
You got to turn it up. I can barely hear you. Are you there? Hello?
Thank you for calling 211. To continue in English, please press 1. Para continuar en español, please enter the 5-digit zip code where you are currently located. For information on COVID-19, the flu, RSV, or Mpox, please press 0. If you would like housing information regarding service, please hold for the next available specialist. 211 Info strives to improve our services through community feedback. We would like to ask you a short 5-question survey after you have finished speaking with our staff. Would you be willing to
Two for
receive a
now.
quick automated call from... Natalie, how can I help you?
Hello?
Hi, this is Natalie. How can I help you?
My name is Sean Schwartz,
Yeah.
and
How can I help you?
I'm trying to turn in systemic abuse by Northwest Senior and Disability Services, and APS, Multnomah County, Clatsop County, Hood River County, and Tillamook County, as well as abuse, threats, harassment, and intimidation by police, including them running around telling people that I'm a child abuser, among other things. I'm threatened and harassed a lot. People threaten to harm me and my family. They threaten to kill me and my family and people who offer to help me. I have to record everything and post it on YouTube, and nobody should have to do that. I'm an at-risk adult. People get to harm me whenever they want, and I can't go to the police. I can't go over their heads because I don't even have a place to sit down in peace and quiet out of public to do the paperwork. I can't even turn in the police without fear of them retaliating by bullying, harassing, and intimidating me, or threatening to have me arrested.
Okay. I'm sorry that's happening to you. What's your zip code?
I'm in Tillamook County. I don't know the
Can I
zip
get your
code.
zip code?
I don't know the zip code.
All right, let me look it up. So, are you wanting to file a report to the city?
Ma'am, I'm a disabled and at-risk adult. I have PTSD. I literally can't do the paperwork or any of that without peace and quiet, and I don't have that. I can't provide it for myself. All of the services that I'm sent to, they're not allowing me to sit down in peace and quiet in a room and fill anything out. They don't want to take the time to actually do their jobs to investigate or do their jobs as mandated reporters. Instead, I get sent around for therapy session after therapy session. I already have diagnoses. I am disabled. I do get a check. Somebody is supposed to be helping me, and they're not. Instead, I'm getting bullied. That's not okay. It's not okay to send me back to the places that are bullying me. Someone needs to step in.
You have a disability?
Do what?
You said you have a disability?
Yes, ma'am.
They have advocates for people who have a disability who are having difficulties to social services. They can help you. Do you want me to give you that number so you can give them a call?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to write it down or do you want me to text it to you?
I can write it down.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have a lot of evidence. Nobody looks at the evidence. They just talk over me. Everyone does that.
I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully they can help. The number is going to be 855.
503-7233.
No, 673.
673.
2372.
2372. All right, that's a number I already have too.
Okay. If you already called them and they weren't able to help.
No, not willing. That's called systemic abuse. They're not willing to help. They're not willing to do their jobs. That's the problem. None of these people are willing to do their jobs. They all want to say that it's not their jobs. Well, it is somebody's job to investigate abuse against at-risk adults, and making us go to our predators and begging them to do their jobs after they've repeatedly committed crimes because they didn't want to do their jobs. This is insanity.
Okay. Do you want me to transfer to the abuse hotline to report this?
The abuse hotline is 855-503-7233, and it's Jeff Linneman that I get sent to. Jeff Linneman is in charge of Clatsop County, Tillamook County, and Multnomah County, as well as one other county that I haven't been to yet. He's not going to do his job. He's one of the people I got to turn in because they literally won't do their jobs. None of them will. They all have excuses that it's someone else's job. All right?
So what do you want me to do, or what do you think is helpful for me to for me to do to help you?
I'd like to be able to give the names of the criminals and what crimes they committed.
I can't do that, and I can't. We are only a resource line.
That's what every single one of these other places say too. They say they're only a resource place, and they send me somewhere else. All of them do that. TFCC, the same as Northwest Senior and Disability Services. All they do is send me around in circles. All you are is referral services. None of you are actual mandated reporters. None of you are actually going to take a report from me. This is horse shit. I am disabled. I can't take care of myself.
I could do a warm transfer to the mandate reporters, so we can report what's going on.
Ma'am, that's the abuse hotline is the same place. It's all Jeff Linneman. It all goes to Jeff Linneman. All of it. Every bit of it goes to Jeff Linneman.
There's only so much I can do. I can't, if you don't want to do anything else.
It's not that I don't want to. I'm trying everything else. I'm literally trying all this again and again and again. This is the 4th time I've been sent to the abuse hotline today alone.
Okay, what is your age?
I'm 42.
Give me a second. Okay, so there's a line called Help Now Advocacy that can come up with a resolution through giving strategic advice and negotiating to resolve a dispute or obtain items or services for clients at no cost or reduced cost. It also assists with information and resources. So that's someone you can talk to.
That information and resources, you guys need to stop saying resources because they're not resources if all they do is send you somewhere else.
They provide crisis resolution through giving strategic advice and negotiating to resolve a dispute. This might be able to help you. If you want, I can go ahead and transfer you over there. I won't transfer to them.
What's their number?
It's 541.
Okay.
732 1911.
I've already called them.
I'm sorry, I just don't know what to give you. There's no other. This is out of my hands. I'm trying my best to help you. What do you said you want someone to do something. Another thing we can do is we can call the city to report that no one's helping you. That all these agencies that you've been calling and the social service places you've been calling have not been able to help you, and they're not
have not been
job.
willing. Big difference. Not willing. Not willing. I'm trying to turn into crimes committed by them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of people rewording what I'm saying. Not willing to do their jobs.
Yeah, not willing to do their job. Do you want me to go ahead and give you a number like that?
Sure. Fucking god damn it. There are supposed to be equal access laws that prevent this kind of abuse from happening.
Are you a veteran?
No,
How do you identify your gender?
I'm a mutt.
You're a what? I'm sorry?
I'm a mutt.
You said mutt?
Yeah, I'm not into sex, so my gender doesn't matter. I was born a male.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Are you homeless?
Yes, ma'am. I was in assisted living in Nebraska, but people were bullying me and harming me, and I tried to turn it into the police, and they ignored me and sent me on a wild goose chase, wasting all of my disability money going to therapy. Nobody did anything about the crimes committed against me, and then I was bullied into leaving. Same thing in Boulder, Colorado. It's the same thing everywhere for homeless, disabled men. Yeah, we're supposed to have rights because we're disabled, but because we're homeless, everyone can just ignore it. Slander our names until we're harmed again and again. I'm tired of people calling me the N-word. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people pretending like if they call me homophobic names that magically makes it all right to harm me. I'm tired of people, whenever they don't get what they want right when they want from me because I'm not capable, that it's okay to call me a child molester or a rapist or creepy shit like that. Like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the mentally ill tag being used to excuse people's harm against me. I'm sick of people trying to call me mentally ill to pretend like I'm some sort of schizophrenic nut job. I'm tired of making call after call. I can't take care of myself because I don't have a parent or guardian.
I'm sorry, that sounds very tiring.
I'm 42 years old. I shouldn't need a parent or guardian, but autistic adults are at the highest risk of abuse, especially systemic abuse.
I hear you.
And then we have places like Autism Speaks that basically sells a false narrative about every autistic person, and they ignore all of us who have an IQ over 80. Like, the only face of autism that they show is, well, low-functioning autistic people. People who are high-functioning like me, they don't help us at all. They don't listen to us. They don't nothing. There's no representation. Meanwhile, I can't communicate properly because I'm not in a safe environment. Without a friend or family member, I'm railroaded, and I don't have a friend or family member. I used to, but the cops wouldn't listen to any of us, and none of my friends would make the calls with me. They didn't understand how important that is for stopping systemic abuse. When I was first abused here in Tillamook, I went to the police about it, and instead of understanding that I'm a disabled and at-risk adult, they blew me off. They wanted to send me to places to get re-diagnosed. They wanted to bully me into moving here. They wanted to bully me into a whole bunch of stuff that I was not okay with. They promised me that I got to do all this stuff in order to get help. Well, does anybody else have to literally move there to make a police report in safety? And the thing is that it's obviously not safe if I can't go to the police because they're just going to blow me off. If they're going to pretend that I'm not disabled so they don't have to do their job, then they're going to try to pull this, oh, well, you're mentally ill BS. If they're going to run around and tell people that I'm like a child molester and a rapist and a murderer and stuff like that, like, this is not okay. For me to be forced to the
I have a
to go
number
to
for you, because I do have to take other calls. We have many calls that are waiting, so let me give you the number so for the government complaints. And hopefully this can help you. You can go ahead and report with them. You have to call them for information. Are you ready for the number, or do you want me to just transfer you over there?
What's it called?
It is called Oregon State Department of Human Services of Salem. It's the advocacy office to put some government complaints.
Of Salem. Go ahead.
503 945 6904.
Ma'am, I've been making calls nonstop for 11 months. This is not okay.
I'm so sorry. When people call us, they have to make the calls after. Unfortunately, it's just no other way. If I call 211, it's the same with me. There's just no other way, that I can do this. I can transfer you over there if you'd like. That way you don't have to dial out.
No, I'll dial out so there's a record of it on my phone.
Okay, sounds good. If you need anything else, any other information, you're still needing some kind of a resource, feel free to call us back. We're here 24/7, and thank you for calling.
Ma'am, the one resource that I need is a mandated reporter to do their job.
Yeah, that's who you call and tell them that. Tell them that they're not doing their job.
I've tried that, and I'll do it again.
Okay. All right, you have a good day. Thank you for calling.
It's a horrible day.
Okay. Bye-bye.
More bullshit numbers to call, right?
Hello, you have reached the Governor's Advocacy Office for the Oregon Department of Human Services. Our office is not an emergency service. If you have an emergency, please call 911. To report the abuse or neglect of a child or other vulnerable individual, You may call the toll-free Oregon State Line at 1-855-503-7233. If your concern is about a non-ODHS matter, please call the Oregon Governor's Constituent Services Office at 503-378-4582. If you have concerns about a coordinated care organization, the Oregon State Hospital, or local county mental health agency, please call the Oregon Health Plan Ombuds Program at 1-877-642-0450. Our office is a resource for the administrative review of concerns and complaints regarding ODHS programs.
To continue in English, please press 1. Para continuar en español, marque 2. For all other languages, please press the pound or hash sign. Thank you for calling 211. To continue in English, please press 1. Para continuar en español,
Please enter the 5-digit zip code where you are currently located.
for information on COVID-19, the flu, RSV, or Mpox, please press 0. If you would like housing information regarding services such as emergency shelter,
Please hold for the next available specialist. 211 Info strives to improve our services through community feedback. We would like to follow up with you in 2 weeks to see how useful the information was that we offered you today, and to see if you might need additional.
We are currently
experiencing a high call volume. If you would like us to hold your place in line and receive a callback, please press 1. Otherwise, please wait for the next available specialist.
Did you know that 211 has a free mobile app for the Android and iPhone platforms? It offers an easy-to-navigate category menu from which you can search for resources for such topics as temporary housing, food pantries, legal assistance, parenting programs, prenatal care, mental health support, foster youth services, and many more. Results are offered in both map and list form. You can download the app for free from the Apple App Store or Google Play by searching for keyword 211 info. That's 211 INFO. Give it a try.
Hey, tell me about all these places.
We are currently
to help us,
experiencing a
but
high call
they
volume.
don't fucking exist.
If you would like us to hold your place in line
They're all
and receive a
fucking
callback,
referral services.
please press 1. Otherwise, please wait for the next available specialist.
Did you know that 211 is a free mobile app for the Android and iPhone platforms? It offers an easy-to-navigate category menu from which you can search for resources for such topics as temporary housing, food pantries, legal assistance, parenting programs, prenatal care, mental health support, foster youth services, and many more. Results are offered in both map and list form. You can download the app for free from the Apple App Store or Google Play by searching for keyword 211 info. That's 211 INFO. Give it a try.
We are currently experiencing a high call volume. If you would like us to hold your place in line and receive a callback, please press 1. Otherwise, please wait for the next available specialist.
Did you know that 211 has a free mobile app for the Android and iPhone platforms? It offers an easy-to-navigate category menu from which you can search for resources for such topics as temporary housing, food pantries, legal assistance, parenting programs, prenatal care, mental health support, foster youth services, and many more. Results are offered in both mapped and list form. You can download the app for free from the Apple App Store or Google Play by searching for keyword 211 info. That's 211 INFO. Give it a try.
Fuck this goddamn country.